Storm Tracker weather starts now with meteorologist Joey Bianconi.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's Eve. We've almost made it to 2025, just a few more hours to go. 32 degrees out there in Helena. It's cold. It's going to get colder tonight. Partly cloudy skies will allow radiative cooling and will be down into the 20s at around the time you're going to be heading out for the ball drop if you are heading outdoors. And there is a reason that I say heading outdoors, but stay tuned to the end of this forecast and you'll see why. We were just looking off to the Big Belt Mountains. Avalanche warning still in effect for the Big Belts, the Bridgers, the Castles until about tomorrow morning. And this might be extended as well. We've had very heavy snowfall into these mountains, and a lot at one time is not good when you're talking about avalanches. The Avalanche Center, the Gallatin Range down there, has an avalanche center. High risk has been issued for all of this range. So be careful if you're out in those mountains. Here's the radar. At least no more snow today for the Big Belt, but a little bit of some light flurry action up near Havre. And here's another center of low pressure. We stay unsettled. A cold front that'll blast through tomorrow, and we'll get a little bit more snow. We're not talking anything crazy accumulations, maybe just a dusting in town, but the potential is there to receive a little bit more snow as we will be very cold. Here's the rest of the United States on New Year's Eve. Ball drop in New York in just a few hours. Some unsettled weather heading their way. So back into our state, we stay unsettled as well. Here's midnight. This is the start of 2025. Most everybody will be dry, partly cloudy skies still sticking around until about early tomorrow morning. Just a few flurries up near the Havre area, once again, just making their way out into the northeast. But here comes that next little low pressure center, tongue-tied there for a second. Near Helena, around 8 o'clock, some snow showers. We'll stick around through most of the day, but this isn't like a snowstorm that we had in the state this past weekend where it stuck around for quite a while. Most of the activity will be done by the afternoon hours, and then just a few isolated showers into parts of north central and central Montana here overnight. So dry mostly on Thursday. Here comes another system, and this one has the potential to drop a little more snow. But at least for tomorrow's, again, really not looking at much here. Less than an inch of snow showing up on this specific model. More so for the mountain ranges. We'll see isolated instances of maybe 1 to 3 inches, but it just doesn't have that much moisture to be able to produce like what we had on the weekend. But coming up for this weekend, a similar setup. Here's another center of low, a cold front, and this is a warm front. So this is going to be a tricky forecast once again. Depending on how far north this warm front gets, is the rain-snow line. We might see a little bit of a wintry mix initially in Helena, turning over to snow overnight on Friday and into Saturday morning, when we are expected to be right at around the freezing point once again. The system moves on to the south and east, and remaining scattered snow showers into the higher terrains. So it's like deja vu all over again with this system. Now snow totals are all over the place. I'm not even going to bother saying that just yet because they're different between every model run here. But it's looking like a similar setup to what we had this past weekend. So here's my surprise. This is why I told you to stick around. Could be seeing some northern lights tonight. Now, this isn't going to be a crazy event or anything like that. I just looked, KP values are right at around 4 to 4.5. So once the sun goes down, just take a peek to the north. See if you can see some lights before the fireworks tonight in most of the state. You might need your phone camera, though, to be able to see that. So here's the next 7 days for Helena. We're not going to be as cold as some portions of the state will be. At least tomorrow, going to be very cold, 28 degrees, but we're above the freezing point here until about Sunday, when we'll be mostly below freezing, but a high of 34, and then we warm up next week.